Hello. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. This will be a new series, new channel, all about day trading and incorporating level 2 into your trades, allowing yourself to have more pristine or precise exits, quicker entries, more precise entries, yada yada. Just being a better trader. All right, stay tuned. All right, welcome to the video. This will be a 5-minute setup, a new 5-minute candle forming. This is technically a dip buy, but it's coinciding with the new 5-minute candle, which gives us a specific price target. So we see here in the 5-minute chart, um, we have two topping tail candles. The 5-minute chart's in the top right, you can see it. Two topping tail candles. This tells us that it's potentially reversing. It started out with the light volume throughout the day, but the volume spiked into the open. So what I'm thinking is that we can see continuation, but you have to be very precise and know how to trade it. So in this area, I want to see, let me see if I can draw. I think I left click. Yeah, okay. So now if this candle closes right here, which it does, if this candle closes right here, we kind of want to see it form a green candle, probably like a base somewhere around here. And we're going to have a wick towards the bottom, potentially, and a wick towards the top, potentially. But what we want to see is this kind of pattern where it kind of breaks the high of this 5-minute candle, and that would be the profit target. This potential wick towards the bottom is in that situation where it dips. So let's go into the explanation about how the dip works. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. So in this situation, the 5-minute candle, we're looking to buy in anticipation for that next 5-minute candle to make a new high. So we're looking for a dip entry. We want to make sure it's not too overextended. Um, in this situation, it's not. Hopefully in other videos you see overextension and can piece together why this is okay. But on this chart, the 1-minute chart is not overextended. The 5-minute chart has just closed two green candles in a row, potentially a sign of reversal with the two topping tails. But with this new 5-minute candle coming in, we do have potential to see a break over this high here, which would be the next 5-minute candle to make a new high. But like I said, it's odd. We're looking for, like in this area, we're looking for early short sellers to be squeezed. So as it came down, let me see if I can explain this properly. What we're looking for is a dip buy for the continuation for the next move, next leg higher. So this is the second pullback in this chart, and we're getting a pullback under $17, which is a potentially, like if this candle closed here at the high, it would have closed a little bit higher, and we're looking for a dip buy towards $17. But this dip has already happened. So as far as time alignment goes, it could have, like the dip could have already happened. So what I'm thinking as we start hitting the play button, so I'm thinking as this candle starts, is that what if it starts, and I'll change the level 2 in a second. I had the wrong level 2 up. But um, what I'm thinking is if it pulls back here, I want it to kind of hold above this bottom and potentially around the $17 range so I can catch that next leg higher and be a part of this green 5-minute candle because the pullbacks already happened. So I'm trying to think, if the pullbacks happened, how low can I get an entry? So here we go. I'm going to pull it up on the level 2. So we are the low is 1706 already on this candle. So now we're at 1708. And what I see is a bid stack here. I'm already clicking buy here as this bid stack holds. So what's the logic there is that the pullback has already happened, which I think this might be the ultimate low of this pullback. And I'm looking for that next pullback. And the next area I want to see it hold, if it like barely dipped under 17 here, the next 1-minute candle, I kind of want it to stay at the very least above this wick, but more so around the $17 range. So if it's holding at 1708 here, I'm clicking buy, assuming that the low is already 1706. We've kind of had a pullback to the $17 the whole dollar, and now we're looking for that continuation higher. So this bid support is giving me the confirmation that I want. But then after I click buy, you see all of this green value came in, and that should normally send it higher. But there's apparently an invisible seller. So let me go back on this level 2, and look what happens when I click buy. So there's only 3,000 shares on the ask. Whole bunch of bids here. Huge green surge right there. I haven't even clicked buy yet. It's only gone down by 1,000 shares. That's more than 1,000 shares. So I'm watching. I already clicked buy at 13. We had a bid increase there at 1709, but that bid's gone. We saw more green on the tape, but 13 hasn't broken. That tells me there's an invisible seller, and I could be dumping this position right now. I make a mistake. I'm a little slow to recognize this invisible seller. So after that failure there at 13, I should be dumping right now, and the smarter traders dump right now, and that's exactly what I should have been doing at 1708. So I played that incorrectly, but I will be able to adjust and see if this works on the next go round, which it does, so don't click off yet. Click off the video. So I should have exited at 1708 with a 5-cent loss, and now I'm watching to see what it does around the $17 range. Alternatively, you could hold this, but I'm looking for very safe entries and exits in this bearish market. You can't, no guesswork. So I should have been out 5-cent loss, a-okay with that. Now it pulls down to 16.99 and it starts holding. Bids pop up, pops up to 1707, and we're pulling back to 17 on the bid. So there's a bottom around $17 there. The low is 16.99. I can't see it now, but the low is 16.99, and we had that bottom towards 17. There's 26 seconds left in this 1-minute candle, or 34 seconds left in this candle, which means it's still towards the beginning of this candle, which means there's still a lot of time for this candle to figure out what it's going to do, and I don't want to be too early. If it was closer to 50 seconds, I think I'd be clicking buy here at 13, as it held. But let's see what it does instead. It comes down for a second time towards 17. And this is that confirmation of that double bottom in this 1-minute candle. So now as it holds the low here, my finger's on the buy button, can we get a clear sign that it's going to hold? Bids popping up, huge buyer, bids popping up with that huge buyer. I should be clicking buy right now at 13. I'm a little late there. Don't know why I'm late there. 100% should be. I think I'm afraid of the invisible seller. But even if I am, I should be able to dump it under 16.99.
Floats higher. It's easy to borrow. Daily chart's not a blue.
Sorry, volume popped up. So I should have been in there at 17.13. And now we're watching. We have 3 seconds left on the 1-minute candle. We have this clear dip buying going on. We have 2 bottoming tails. And now we're looking for that pattern that I was talking about on the 5-minute chart, where that break of the high here. So now we're looking up to 20. Here's the first 1-minute candle to make a new high. This is the first area potential target, or profit. So at the beginning I said the profit target was above this wick. That is the case in a very bullish market, or a market you're confident about, or if you've had cushion on the day. That is the technical target. But there's 2 different ways to trade it, which is to hold and wait for that move, or to actively trade it. And this is how you actively trade this area in a bearish market, or a market you want to lock up profit in. So in this new 1-minute candle, we have clear resistance on the level 2. We run into 1720 and then we slow down. 1720 coincides with the first 1-minute candle to make a new high. This coincides with the resistance. We should be looking to take profit as it breaks over this level. So we're going to let it pull back. Bids are holding at 11. Looks like an invisible buyer of sort, possibly. Bids pop up. Green on the tape. Could be clicking buy here to add at 18, looking for that snap through. And then wait for the snap. There it is. Slowing down. Bids are, but there was no weakness there. There was no red on the tape. It was slow there. You almost expected it to break, but there was no weakness. The bids held, no red on the tape, and now we're getting that snap through. So now I look to take profit over 1720. Bids are still moving upwards. More bids pop up, more green on the tape. This invisible seller is fighting, but bids still never pop down, so I wasn't worried. More bids popped up and we finally break through this level. There's 25, 27. I'm trying to scale out at the high of 27 there. I get it, luckily. And now what's the next trade? So this is the first breakout, first potential area to take profit. The next way to take a safe trade is to let this resolve itself. So right now we get this surge past 27, and now we're kind of spread out here on the bid and ask. So let me try to replay this. We break through 25, or break through 20, and now look at this spread. It's an 8-cent spread. This tells me that the move hasn't resolved itself fully. Let's let it calm down for a second. Bid gets closer there. The ask, we didn't get a clear push up and a pullback though yet. We're getting bids increasing, but we're not getting that pullback yet. So we're looking for a pullback. There's 29. Still haven't gotten a technical pullback yet. There's some red on the tape. 17.19 on the bid. Let's see how it handles the pullback. Here's the pullback. You see what happened there? As soon as it goes to pull back, as soon as that first moment where it's starting to close the gap and we're starting to slow down and it looks like we should get that first pullback, bids pop up green on the tape. And that signals to buy. So I clicked buy at 29 there. Um, it's ask minus 5 cents or plus 5 cents for me. So I clicked buy at 28 or something. I clicked buy at 28 and it's already at 38. I got filled at 33 and we're looking for that next move up to the half dollar. So now there's, like I said, there's a potential profit target here, potential profit target here, and now we have to identify another potential profit target. When I say you're looking for the break of 54, that's easy to hold for in a bullish market, but in this market, which has just been so bad the last couple weeks, months, um, as it approaches the 1750 level, and given that it's already so overextended with the two topping tails, 1750 could be a huge sell wall, and giant seller could just squeeze this down and ruin the day for everybody. So what I'm thinking is I should take profit as it approaches that half dollar resistance level. It comes up to the half dollar, and I take forgive me. It comes up to the half dollar, and I take profit around 48, I think, 40 something. There, 48. And now that I've taken profit on the way up to the half dollar, I look for the next trade. I could I could I could probably show you. So right here, we're gonna get that same where I just took profit again. We're looking for the next bid and ask to come get closer. So as you see, bids are piling up there. You could probably buy there at 48, look for the squeeze through 50, and there's 55. So it's the same concept applies. As soon as you look for in this specific area, so the breakout point happened, and then we have a bunch of mini pullbacks, like micro pullbacks is what Ross likes to call them. And that's how you like identify those little micro pullbacks. So here we go. We break through 50, up to 55, break through 55, 60, 66, 60. So notice what happened there is we started to accelerate past the half dollar and we finally met a wall. The wall happens at 66, but the true wall is here at 60, right? It kind of spiked up to 66. So what we want to see is it pull back to the half dollar, hold above it. There are variations of the strategy that hopefully I show in the future. Actually, I might be ending this one sooner than I expected because this is a half and whole dollar setups. Yeah, so I'm okay with that. So we had 3 different trades here as a 5-minute setup, and then this is a continuation move. I can show you this in a different video.